Hi, everybody. This is your man Parfait. Thank you for joining me here for next episode on tips and techniques for dealing with conflicts within the context of relationships. And so, the rule we are going to be looking at today is a rule that says it's not about being right, but about building right. Again, it's not about being right, but about building right. So here it is. Let's face it, right? So as humans, there's something to be said about us wanting and needing to feel validated, right? So when we are in conflicts or arguments with or people we're in relationships with, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, we want to feel like we are the smart ones. We want to feel like, I'm the one with the most logic. I'm the one who's the most reasonable. And so we build our cases, we bring the facts, and we go to war to win an argument, right? And then we feel good when we're done. But the problem, what happens often is that at the end of the argument, yes, I'm the victor, but it's like a bloody game, right? And everybody is wounded at the end of it. And the victory doesn't even feel as good as we thought it would. Either I felt crappy about the way I went about winning the argument, or my partner or the person I was engaged with in that argument just feels like crap. And there's just a ton of guilt or shaming that happens in that process. So what I'm suggesting here is a paradigm shift that instead of looking at this as a either or winning the argument, but shifting it towards more wanting to build things right, build the relationship, build my partner right, even though because this is an opportunity for deepening our connection. Concrete example. With my wife, a few days ago, right? So she was really passionate about traveling and going to, the Middle East, and I've grown accustomed to it. So every time we're in front of a picture from the Middle East, she kicks into that gear and just reminisce and makes comments about, oh wow, how much she would love to go back and things like that. And so because I'm so used to that record, from time to time, I'll make, like a very flippant comment that are not always the most, sensitive. Let's put it that way. And so the other day, we were looking at a picture and she made a comment, and then, I just pulled out on her. You won't even find your way around there, So that was totally uncalled for. That was insensitive, and she could have totally come down on me then and laid down and said, Parfait, you're being a jerk. This is not cool, and totally go at it. And she would have been totally right and validated in that. And I would have been like, yep, you're right. I messed up again. Yep. But she took a different route. She decided, to inquire. And so she went about it this slight different way. She said, Parfait, I'm noticing that, from time to time when I say something that's very, very important for me, where I'm being vulnerable, you make a flippant remark or joke. Why do you think that is? And so that inquiry just led us into some of the coolest transformational conversations we've had in a while, because we sat down and we started deconstructing this whole thing about why sometimes I make those comments and how that makes her feel. And obviously, it helped me understand myself a lot better. We came out of that conversation a lot closer to one another with a more enriched understanding of myself and her and so forth. And so again, here she could have totally been right, and I would have felt shame and guilt, but she chose to build us and build me and build things right. And so that's that rule about not necessarily wanting to be right all the time, but wanting to build things right. Obviously, arguments, logic, truth are critical and important pieces of a relationship, but there are other things that are as important. Things like people's feelings, the time. Is it the right time to engage in that conversation? A space. Is it the right place to engage in that conversation? I hope this is helpful and that you're able to apply it in some of your different relationships. And then I look forward to our next episode on tips and techniques for dealing with conflicts within relationships. Peace out.